As you can see, it's juicy. It's juicy. Does it look like I've had it for almost a year? Hey kitties, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Marilyn and I'm bringing you all things beauty, fashion, lifestyle, even some fragrance. So if you like that kind of stuff, just go ahead and subscribe. Come in, close the door, but take your shoes off. Okay kitty, so this is a quick video. It's actually just a hair update video. Now, hair questions are one of the most common questions that I do get on my channel, and I could be doing a video on what the winning lotto numbers are. Just rest assured there's going to be somebody in the comments that says yeah, so what kind of hair is that? So I thought I would do a really just a quick update on the hair that I have in right now. It's by Queen Weave Beauty and it is the Burmese Curly. This texture, as well as the, is it the Yaki? It's either the Yaki or the Kinky Straight, I get the most questions on. So since I reinstalled it, I thought I would do an update on the hair for you guys. Now, if you didn't see the original video, I'll be sure to link it so you can see like how I installed it, also how I define curls and things like that. So I'll be sure to link any past videos that are centered around this hair, the Burmese Curly. I'll be sure to link it down in the description. So click it. Okay? All right, so first let's go over hair deets. So the length of this hair is 22, 20, and 18, and I have the longer lengths towards the bottom. So it's the 22, the 20, and then the 18 towards the top. And this is the length when the curls are defined, freshly washed. If I pull the hair, hopefully you guys can see it. If I pull the hair, it comes down to about here if straightened. And speaking of straighten, let's talk about that. Now, I did attempt to straighten this hair before. It was too much damn work for me. Like, I don't know, if you wanted your hair to be straightened that bad, I would get a looser texture. Like, I wouldn't go for something this curly because it's just a lot of work. And to me, it actually doesn't get that straight. But the good thing about it is it did revert. So when I washed it, it did go back, you know, to its curly state. I do think though it altered it a bit because it made it's still curly, but it made the hair a little bit more, I don't know if it's fuller is the word, but it was more bushy. Like it had a more bushy, like a bigger curl. I don't know, I just felt like it was a bit more bushy and the curls were not loosened, but they were more separated, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But it changed a little bit by doing that. Now, I've had this hair for quite some time, and one thing about me, I'm here for an update, okay? I'm going to do an update. I'm not gonna put the hair in and be like, girl, it's the bomb, buy it. No. Okay, now if you choose to buy it when you first see the hair, then that's on you. But I'm always gonna come back with updates because I've had this hair for the past 8 or 9 months. 8 or 9 months. Now, granted, I don't wear the hair consistently throughout those 8 or 9 months. I do change my hair up. I've installed this hair about 4 or 5 different occasions. If you don't know, the way my installation is basically a U-part. Like I sewed tracks on a weaving net and made like a U-part wig essentially, but I sewed it down. So my hair is left out around the perimeter, like here. So I have my natural hair left out around the perimeter and the top, and I sewed basically around. I'll insert a video because sometimes it's hard to kind of explain if you don't know what that is, but I sewed it in here because I want to show you how I refresh and define my curls. Now, I know this looks like my hair and it looks very natural, but these are actually bundles from Queen Weave Beauty. It's Burmese Curly texture. Absolutely love it. I sewed those bundles onto a weaving net. I left the top portion of it out because I wanted a natural old school leave out, and I sewed that U-part onto anchor braids. So now that you've been all in my business, let's get back to refreshing these curls. So this is old slept on hair. I go to bed with 2 double twists just to keep the hair in place and not get tangled. So now I'm going to go in with just straight water with my continuous mist water bottle. So I'm just wetting it so the curls can start popping out again, as you can see. So the simple water is just reactivating the curls because this hair definitely bounces back. Now I'm going to put in my Shea Moisture Hydrate and Curl Cream. This does a great job conditioning the hair and then defining the curls without the curls looking too frizzy. And that's what I really love about this product. So we're just going to go through, rub it through generously. I always focus on the ends. And then we're going to go in with a foaming mousse, which is much better than a regular mousse because a foaming wrapping mousse, it does not flake. And although I can be flaky at times, my hair absolutely will not be flaky. So with that simple routine, this is the finished product. I've gotten endless compliments on this hair and I love it. Bye, Bookie. But I sewed it almost like a traditional sew-in because that's the look I want to go for, but I want the convenience of a U-part, because with a U-part, you can wear it for a week and then you can take it out. You can wash your hair and then reinstall it. With a sew-in, you're absolutely not doing that, because why would you do that? Why would you do that? A sew-in takes time, and if you're gonna sit for hours to get your hair done, you're not gonna leave it in for a week and take it out, obviously. But with a U-part, you do have the ability to do that, and that's why that is my installation process of choice. Now, let's talk about the products that I've used on this hair. Now, what I use on this hair is, I keep the products to a minimum, and I truly believe that's the reason the hair tends to last long. Now, one thing about this particular company, Queenly Beauty, the hair does last, because if you are not new to this channel, then you've seen my older videos where I've had the kinky curly, I've had yaki hair, and they all last quite a bit. Like, I've had bundles that I've had for a couple years, a year. This one is 8 or 9 months, almost heading towards that year mark. So to me, that is longevity, and it's completely worth it as far as the price go. Now, I haven't gotten any hair from them since the whole tariff thing, so I don't know if, you know, the tariffs apply when it comes to the cost of the hair, but I'll insert their information down in the description so you can go ahead and investigate it, because I don't know. The hair lasts a long time, so I haven't had to buy any hair since that time. All right, so let's quickly talk about products, okay? Because I recently washed my hair, and as you can see, it's juicy. It's juicy. Does it look like I've had it for almost a year? All right, so again, I keep the products to a minimum. What I've washed it with recently is the Garnier Fructis Pure Clean Silicone Free Purifying Shampoo, just to get any buildup off the hair, since I haven't worn it in a while. I use this because it is inexpensive and it gets the hair clean. I don't always wash it with shampoo, just so you know. Most of the time I wash this hair with conditioner only, but this time I used the shampoo because I hadn't worn it in a while, and I was using like curly hair products on it, and I want to make sure that was completely clean and we can get it to bounce back. So I use this shampoo. There's also a deep conditioner, or a daily conditioner, that is by Dove, that's what I typically use, and I ran out of that and I just tried something else. But I'll insert a picture of it here. That works so well on the hair. All right, so then the conditioner that I use is also by Garnier, okay, and it's the Whole Blends Coconut Water and Aloe Vera Conditioner, and I used this on the hair and rinsed it out quickly, okay, because I knew I was going to put silicone mix. Now, I don't know if I should have used a silicone mix shampoo and then the conditioner, but when it's not your actual hair, you tend not to care that much, because I don't. That's why I have the extension. I can just have my free will and just try some shit on it. You know, just try some shit. Luckily for me, that shit worked out good. So I put the silicone mix on it, and I love silicone mix because it brings the hair back to life, and it smells like I just left the salon. So it's a deep conditioning treatment, and whenever you want to bring the bundles back to life, I highly suggest this. I heavily saturated the hair with this. Immediately after washing it with that shampoo and conditioner, I heavily saturated the hair with this and left it there for almost an hour, and then I rinsed it out and allowed it to air dry, and it was so beautiful. I love the curls in this hair. Now, it looks very defined, and it's not just because of silicone mix, but I also use Lotta Body or any sort of wrapping mousse. I prefer a wrapping mousse over just like regular mousse in that can, you know. A wrapping mousse is better because I find that it doesn't flake, and I don't think the brand matters. This is by Lotta Body. It was on Amazon. It's an old trusted brand, and I love the way this smells. And this is, like I said, very inexpensive. So this is what the front looks like. I'll be sure to link this, so if you want to grab it on Amazon, you can. But I'll just show you what I do. Basically, when I wash the hair while it's wet, or not wet, it just has to be damp. It doesn't have to be completely wet. You can even do this dry, because I do it dry sometimes as well. You just get some of the I don't know, some of these curls are so perfect, I don't really want to mess with it, but I am trying to show y'all something. So let's just grab this one. All right, so I'll grab a section of the hair and I'll just put some of the mousse on it and just saturate it through. But the trick is to how I get the ends curled and just juicy like this is just wrapping it on my finger like this, and then just pulling it out and just letting it dry how it falls. Okay, so just leave it alone and just let it dry. And I don't pick it apart, I just let it kind of do its thing. So when my hair is dry, I'll just grab random pieces. I actually have a video on this. I'll insert it. I do have a video defining the curls. I just grab random pieces and just do this, especially around my face when I'm trying to create like a shape. That is a really cute, really nice method. Not a cute method, but it is cute. But it's a really nice method. You can see, like, look how curl. This is a dry curl, but look how it turned out. So I just wrap it around and let it dry like that and leave the hair alone. So you can see it still has a lot of body. When it's drying, I do scrunch it up so it looks a little bit shorter when I do it this way, but I love the way the curls look. Like, I love the way the curls look. And the only other products that have been on this hair are like hair and body mists, just for the scent. Like, it doesn't do anything to the hair, it doesn't dry it out that I found. The one that I've been using lately is by Fleur, and it's the Mrs. Smith. I have a review on that on my channel if you want to go ahead and check it out, but I've been spraying that in it just for the scent. It doesn't dry the hair out. It does a good job with retaining like the scent and just holding that scent in the hair. And my hair smells just as good as it looks, which is a plus. But yeah, if you wanted to know if this hair lasts and you wanted to know if the curls bounce back after being straightened, I'm here to tell you it does. Do I recommend straightening it? I don't. If you like a lot of work, then do it. If you don't, then don't straighten it. Get hair that has a looser texture. A really great texture that they have is the loose wave. I've had that as well. That hair straightens really well. It holds a curl really well, and it isn't as hard to straighten it because the curls are looser. This to me is too much work to straighten it, and I'm not doing it ever again. I want it to be curly, I'm gonna leave it curly, and that's what I suggest. All right, girls, so that was my updated video. Hopefully you appreciate that. If you have any questions, you can always leave them down in the comments. But if you did have your eye on this hair, hopefully this video helped you make a decision on whether or not you want to go ahead and pull the trigger and get it, because 8 or 9 months, my money's worth. Like, I already got the money's worth. So, all right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, come back, watch another video. Bye, y'all. It's time to